if I were a boy. So welcome to the Sexy Extra Intuitive Weekly for the month of Pluto for the sign Scorpio. Hello everybody, welcome to Sexy Astrology. I'd walk around in my boxer shorts. I do what I want all the time, anyway. If I were a boy. This month, the month of Pluto, is, I want to call it the month of naturally chosen limits. All signs right now can really benefit from naturally choosing your limits. Try not to act out excessively. I mean, in keeping with the recession, obviously, there's a lot of unemployment. There's a lot of, like, no food in the fridge, and learn how to cook, like, the rice and the freaking last can of tomato soup and whip it up and make it into something delicious. Hello. Anyway, Scorpio, I'm getting off my tangent. Scorpio, of course, is traditionally the sign of sex and intimacy, people. And this month, in particular, the month of Pluto, we have Mars energizing the solar system in Scorpio as well. Of course, it's going out in a couple of days into Sagittarius. I'd put on whatever I felt like. I'd get up in the morning and not care one little bit. This is very important because Scorpio's traditional ruler was Mars before Pluto got discovered. And so I just wanted to let you guys all know who have a lot of Scorpio in their charts, me, or have like a very kind of Aries way of looking at your life. The truth is that Scorpio and Aries both have a lot in common. Scorpio is the most fiery of all the water signs, the most passionate, and probably the most deep. Okay, so traditionally the sign of sex, but really it's much, much deeper than that. Everybody who's got a lot of Scorpio knows it's not just about sex. Hello, Sexy Astrology. Fucking not. Hello. It can be a little bondagey, of course, which is why I'd like to talk about naturally chosen limits. But on a positive note, with so many planets and earth signs, this month in particular, November 2008, it's about limits. Remember, naturally chosen limits are a sign of healthy, accepting things the way they are. Now, Scorpio operates on 3 different levels, which I'd really like to detail out because no astrologer seems to do that. I mean, honestly, they all play out within us. Those of us who have a lot of Scorpio, they all play out all 3 levels, but some people may stay on one side or another side more. If I were a boy, yeah. I'd walk around wearing whatever I wanted. I learned to get dressed in the most fabulous way. So the first level is the lower level, the Scorpion, playing out aspects of desire and greed. It's a very tough guy. I have this. Shit. I am just like, I've had to work on myself. Take this job and shove it is kind of like where they are at a little bit this month on the lower level. And they would feel themselves to be the least likely to succeed. And it's also like, school's out for the summer. School's out forever. That is totally like the lower level of Scorpio. Scorpio loves being a rebel, okay? And they can be very, like I said, a very, very tough guy. Like pretend that things don't hurt and that nothing affects them. But the truth is they are very sensitive inside, very deep down, very, very vulnerable. And so the toughness is usually some, cover up for some hurt that happened a long time ago, usually some kind of abandonment, right? Anyway, they can be very, very tough. So when we see sin sexy music, okay? A lot of like really raunchy music. Mess, unopened mail. Okay, you see the pile behind me? Ah, that's my unopened mail for the last 4 months. I'm gonna get to it, I promise. Mikey. Fabulous way. Ha! If I were a boy. Hello, everybody. Now I can get down to business. You know we got a lot of Scorpio afoot when we see that much mess. Okay, and the other thing about the lower end of Scorpio is that they are gifted in the art of sarcasm, which makes people laugh. But is it really good energy? No, not necessarily. You know, you don't want to like make yourself look good at another person's expense. But that is a true example of the lower level of Scorpio. And also, these people would have graduated from the School of Rock. Yeah, rock on. Okay. Okay, the second level is the lizard. Their eyes usually glaze over when you talk to them about something meaningful to yourself. Okay, now I have many examples of a lizard in my life. And they care, but they only want to care when they want to care. They're just a little bit like kind of detached in kind of a slimy way. They are not squeaky clean, but they aren't the worst Scorpios either. They generally keep jobs, they have responsibilities, they're like in touch with the idea of like ongoing exchange as opposed to like more for me. They aren't the baddest Scorpios on the market either. Theirs is calculating, slightly manipulative, and they do, however, have an incredible eye on detail. So these are the people that if you have a quilting job, you want to go to the second level of Scorpio. You want to find a lizard. And they like to observe other people as they fuck themselves up. Ooh, bad. Okay,